Even from its very first chapter, March comes in like a lion, shows off a nuanced take on mental health, and does some great character building. It opens with these words directed at our main character, Kiriyama Rei. No home, no relatives, no school, no friends. There isn't anywhere in this world where you belong, is there? And as if to compound on that fact, the scene then opens up on Rei waking up in his apartment. It's empty, it's soulless, and there's seemingly no character to it. All this is to him is the place that he sleeps and lives, and nothing more. From there, we're shown what Rei does for a living. He's a professional shogi player, and in this first match that we're seeing from him, he's up against his father. And afterwards, when Rei wins, we're presented this one-sided conversation from him to Rei. Rei isn't responding to any of it, but none of this gets a reaction from his father. So you can tell that this is essentially the same song and dance that they've gone through, and it's where their relationship is at this point. It's at this strange, stilted area that, well, we don't know why it's happening, we just know that that's where he is. And from there, we go on to my favorite scene in this first chapter. It does some great character building. So here we see Rei sitting alone at a park, who then receives a text from some character named Hinata inviting him over for dinner, and Rei simply rejects that offer. And while we don't know who Hinata is at this point, we get a great look at their relationship in that after that rejection, Hinata then asks Rei for help to bring over some ingredients, knowing that that would be the only way to bring him over to get him out of this pit that he's essentially in right now. I'm sure a lot of us can relate to this feeling of just being stuck and feeling alone, and even after some sort of invitation, just not wanting to go over, to leave that pit, and sometimes needing that extra bit of motivation. And it's great seeing that Rei in this pit at least has certain characters that can help him get out of that, at least temporarily. From there, we're introduced to the Kawamoto family, and the differences start compared to Rei's home. It's vibrant, there's a lot more character to it, and the actual characters in it have a lot more personality and simply character going on here. It's the first time we're seeing Rei really bring out some sort of emotion throughout this entire chapter. He's been despondent for essentially all of it, but now there's finally something getting through to him. And finally, the chapter ends on Rei essentially dealing with the guilt that he feels of beating his father. Beating someone in a shogi match can be a very important deal depending on the rank that you're at. It could take you down a rank, and depending on the number of wins or losses you have in a row, it could really affect the trajectory of your career. And so he deals with that, and we see the chapter as it ends with him crying in his sleep as Hinata watches over him. It's a heavy chapter, but it's a beautiful chapter, and it does some great character building. This is a really good series, also. You should definitely check it out.